sono ni radio la carola ñu la daraja tabi mol ka ñu la wani multimedia Africa and in diaspora atare na da modu be ala Mamos media multimedia Africa and in diaspora wala na da modu be ala Mamos
Welcome to Gambia Today, a news review. You're tuned into Mamos Radio on Mamos Media. It is a Thursday, 7th of January 2020. I am Nene with a review of the nation's top headlines coming to you live from Oslo, Norway. The NIA were overstepping their operational activities, witness tells TRRC. The Director General of the defunct National Intelligence Agency, NIA, now the State Intelligence Services, SIS, Usman Sow, confessed before the Truth, Reconciliation Reparations Commission, TRRC, that the NIA were overstepping their operational activities. Sow, who worked at the NIA for a long time before becoming its head, denied ever having knowledge or any connection with the arrest and detention of Lamin Kabo, an employee of the National Drug Enforcement Agency, NDEA. Quote, the primary role of the NIA was to arrest and conduct investigations in order to establish the truth. I did not lead the arrest on Lamin Kabo. He was invited to the NIA where he was subsequently arrested and detained. We got information that some drugs were brought into the country from Guinea-Bissau, and we further received information that some NDA officers, together with some senior officers, were complicit. Unquote, he explained. Voter registration delay will not affect electoral calendar, IEC. The chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, IEC, Alu Mamarnjai, has reassured Gambians that the delay in conducting the voter registration exercise would not affect the electoral calendar, as there is room to conduct the exercise on time. Quote, in 2011, the general registration of voters commenced in May, and the presidential election was held in November, which therefore means that the IEC is on course to conduct a general registration of voters prior to the presidential election on 4th of December 2021, unquote, Mr. Njai explained in a press release issued Wednesday. He explained that the logistical challenges the IEC is experiencing relate to procurement of materials and equipment needed for the successful conduct of the voter registration. He said the postponement of the process was due to lack of clearance from the Gambia Public Procurement Authority GPPA, which he said is required before the release of funds by the Ministry of Finance. The IEC was due to commence voter registration on 14th of January 2021, but earlier this week announced the postponement of the process. PRU officer leg broken as Senegalese vehicle refuses to stop at checkpoint. One Sergeant Kalilu Fadera, a personnel of the Police Intervention Unit of the Gambia Police Force posted in the North Bank region NBR, has had his leg broken after the said officer hung himself against a Senegalese vehicle that refused to stop at a police checkpoint. The point has been reliably informed. The driver at the time of gathering the report was still at large. However, a source who is familiar with the matter and spoke to the point in the condition of anonymity said the driver, after committing the incident, escaped and ran into an unknown destination within the Senegalese territory. The vehicle, with a registration number FK0616A, our source added, is a Senegalese commercial vehicle commonly known as Gele Gele. This incident was reported to occur recently around Sabah Sukuto in the Nyan Sanjal district of the NBR between the hours of 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. Civil society demand meeting with the IEC over postponement of voter registration. The Gambia Civil Society Coalition has written to the Independent Electoral Commission demanding an emergency meeting today, Thursday, over the surprise postponement of the planned general voter registration. The IEC on Monday announced in a TASH statement that the voter registration exercise slated for January 14 has been postponed until further notice, citing unspecified logistical challenges. The move angered and worried many political parties in the opposition and ordinary Gambians. According to reliable sources, immediately after the IEC announcement, the civil society organizations convened an emergency virtual meeting to discuss the uncertainties raised by the shocking decision, as well as their next plan. GAM Housing CEO responds to critics. GAM Housing Chief Executive Officer CEO Lamin Boj, who has come under a barrage of criticism from his customers, Tuesday admitted that 4 out of his 20 real estates are in dispute, and this is why he has suspended their sales. He pointed out that the Mandiana, Jambur, Jamisa and Sanyang in town estates all have issues which is trying to resolve. Quote, there is no land that we are selling that we have no title over. It just happens that land issues are difficult in this country, unquote, Boj said. He said his company has sold land to over 8,000 people and is only 2% of them having issues. Boj said his company issues sales agreement to his clients on the spot. He explained that the same customer is required to complete payment before that land is allocated to him or her, without which the person won't be allowed to develop it. He said all the lands he is selling were purchased from people and he has title over all of them. Listeners, thanks for tuning into Mamos Radio. Welcome to Gambia Today News Review. You're tuned into Father.
Mamos media, Atenada Modobe, Alafu Mamos. Mamos media, Walanata Modobe,